Hello, my beautiful techies. Welcome to K Talks Tech. This is a channel where we encourage underrepresented groups to go into technology as a career. And so, in order to do that, you have to understand what it is that you're pursuing. But a lot of times, with the technical jargon, you don't understand what they're talking about, and you don't know what those jobs are. It's kind of like hidden, it's secret. So, on this channel, in order to encourage those underrepresented groups, and especially Black women, i.e., people who look like me, to go into tech as a career. I break it all down for you. I tell you what the job titles are, what they mean, what the responsibilities are, how much you can make, what sort of background you need to get into that particular job, how to get that background. I break it all down. I talk about other tech topics too. I talk about the industry, things that are happening. Is it a good time to go into tech? What this company did, uh, where you can make the most money, um, and anything you want to know. I'm like that. I'm like your auntie in tech, right? Everything you ever wanted to know about tech and didn't have anything to ask, I'm here for it. So um, you can uh, put a comment um, in under the video and I will answer it. Um, or you can contact me via my website, which is in the description box. Um, I really want people, especially people who look like me, especially Black women, to not just understand tech for the purpose of pursuing a career in tech, but to just understand tech. Like a woman in the post office said to me the other day, if it wasn't for young people, I guess I couldn't live my life. She said everything is technology, and I have to call this one or that one to show me how to do something with the phone. And AI is here. AI is not coming anymore. It's already here, and jobs will change and jobs will be eliminated. Don't let anybody fool you. So, you know, when you see the train coming, get off the track. Prepare yourself. You know there's a hurricane coming, all right? Get out there and board up the windows. If you know something is coming, prepare yourself. And you may not, your job may not be impacted directly, but it will probably be impacted in some way, even if it's just new tools that you have to learn at work. So we're going to do all of that on this channel. We're going to have a good time doing it. Um, I also offer coaching. Again, you can see all about that on my website, but I offer workshops, I offer one-on-one coaching. Um, I'm working on some video coaching where you can, watch the video on your own, and you don't have to wait for a session to be scheduled. I work with individuals. I work with content creators and small companies. I offer I also offer consulting. I am a full-time enterprise consultant, but I also do small business consulting. So when you need some help in tech, you can reach out to me, right? If you want to transition from some career into tech, I can help you with that too. And I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? And I'm going to map out a plan for you that works for you right down to the scheduling, okay? And I can do that in a single session. So I'm here. I'm also known as That Sis in Tech. And I kind of got that name because that's what people call me because I was the only person. So if you say, oh, that Sis in Tech, you knew it was me. So welcome. I'm Kay, aka That Sis in Tech. Let's talk tech. We got a lot to talk about. Um, there's a lot happening. So one thing that's happening is I saw an article on Forbes about, and I'm looking at it now on my phone, 5 high-paying entry-level tech jobs. So let's see if I could bring that up on the computer so I could show you the article. Just give me a few seconds here. Um, so this is not the channel with beautiful prep work, okay? I'm talking about something I love and I enjoy talking about, and so I feel very comfortable in talking about it. So I kind of wing it. Sorry. Okay, five high paying entry level tech jobs. Okay. Now, hopefully, it will let me look at the article and it won't stop me because I'm not a subscriber. So before I try to bring this to you, let's see. Okay. So I think I got it. Okay, there it is. So I'm just gonna look at only the screen. Okay. So five high paying entry level tech jobs. Okay. So let's see what they're talking about. How to get started in tech. Bachelor is generally preferred but not always required. This is true. Familiarity with these programming languages, Python, SQL, JavaScript, HTML, CSS is beneficial. It is. And SQL is kind of like a must at this point if you're going to work in tech. There aren't too many roles that you can work in tech in and not know SQL. Now, SQL means structured query language, and that is what we use to go into most databases, not all, because there's different types of databases, but the types that are considered relational databases, you need to know SQL so you can go get data if you need to look at data, because nobody wants to find somebody to get the data for you anymore, right? They just don't want to do that anymore. Um, Even for non-coding roles like customer success manager, some understanding of technology is beneficial. Yes, it is. And that's why I have this channel, K Talks Tech, because I've already discussed systems thinking and how applications are developed. You know, we should develop a web page together, not a whole site, just a page so you could see the process. I'll think about that, but that's not now. But anyway, yeah, you do need some understanding of technology. And I would say everybody needs some understanding of technology now because AI is no longer coming, it's already here. And if you have no understanding of technology, it's going to be a little difficult for you to understand AI. Um, but back to this, the programming languages you need to know JavaScript and HTML, you probably don't need that unless you're in certain roles. But Python is being asked for more and more for business and analyst roles. So I don't know what that's about. BAs don't code, but they trying to make us code, y'all. So anyway, let's get to it. List of entry level tech jobs. Software engineer. That's a good one. What I like about software engineer is once you get a couple of years of experience as software engineer, there's so many different ways you can take your career. You could become senior software engineer. You could eventually evolve to architect. You could go and be a cloud engineer. You could shoot off and go after cybersecurity. The field is wide open, right? You could decide you don't like that. You want to work with data. You could go into data analysis and you wouldn't have to get any. I don't. Let me just make sure what I'm about to say is true. Let me think about it for a second. If you're a software engineer, do you need to get any additional skills to become a data analyst? No. Um, Assuming that you know SQL. Now look at this. Entry level software engineers earn almost $65,000 a year. That's pretty good for an entry level job. Okay. Junior project manager. Uh, mm, I'm just thinking, how do I feel about junior project manager? It can be done. What's nice about project manager is there's a lot of growth. You can go from project manager to senior project manager to program manager to senior program manager. And think about it, the more programs you can manage, the further up the corporate ladder you can move. Um, for me, I made a decision at some point that I wasn't really that interested in climbing the corporate ladder anymore because it was just bringing more stress. And what people love to do, oh, we'll put you in a position and then you prove it and then we'll give you the money. And my personality said no. So that's not for me, but maybe it's for other people. Okay. All right. Tech sales engineer seen as a unicorn position as it requires a unique blend of technical knowledge and strong interpersonal and persuasion skills. I'm not a salesperson, but if I was a salesperson, I would hop on that. These people make good money, especially, let me tell you something. Anything in sales always has great potential. Anything in pharmaceuticals has great potential. So, to be a tech sales engineer and work in pharmaceuticals, I think is great. I had no idea the tech sales engineer makes $85,000 a year with commission on top of that. Let's look at this a little more. I don't know a lot about this role. Let's see. Bridge the gap between sales and engineering teams using their technical prowess to explain complex products or services. I can do that. Excel at traditional sales skills like prospecting, lead generation, building relation, negotiating contracts. No, I don't have sales skills. I wonder if I could develop them though. I don't know. I just my heart is not in being a salesperson, but I'm kind of selling right now. Am I not? So I don't know. But anyway, tech sales engineers go beyond just selling features. They focus on understanding customer needs and demonstrating how their product or service is the optimal solution. So for me, I've seen a lot of salespeople pitch and excuse me, they're not really focusing on the customer's need as more as they're focusing on their own need to make that sale. So for me, that's why I couldn't be a salesperson because there will always be a time that I have to make the sale as opposed to help the customer. And I always want to help the customer. I just do. It's just who I am. Okay. So, but maybe there's a happy medium. Okay. Maybe if you're a really great salesperson and you can bypass those, you won't have to sell in those situations where you know this is not the right fit for the customer. But then on the other hand, if you have the right products, maybe there's a way to, sell them the product that's right for them as opposed to just selling them the most expensive thing, which is what I believe lots of salespeople do. Okay. Anyway, but if you're not so bothered, $85,000 a year, whoo, That's a great start to a career and a commission on top. I don't know. I might have to rethink those politics. So anyway, next one is DevOps engineer. Bridges a gap between development and operations teams. So what DevOps engineers do is they manage environments. So let's say that a team builds an application and they want to make that application available to their user base. That's called releasing, or that's called doing a release or moving something into production, right? So the DevOps people would make sure that that application meets certain standards. Okay. And then let's say there's a problem with some of the software not so sometimes like you're using technology, you know how to use it, but there's just a problem with the technology itself. When that happens at a company, there are people who specialize in fixing that, right? And that's the DevOps team. Okay. So while there's no single path, having a background in IT operations, administration, or network engineering provides a solid foundation to becoming a DevOps engineer. Entry level, $85,000 a year. This is a complex role. Okay. Um, then we have data analysts. Now, I've talked to you about data analysts before in another video, right? So what's hot in data analysis right now? You got to know SQL. You can't be a data analyst without SQL. Um, they want a lot of data visualization right now. So what data visualization is creating a visual report. So that's charts basically. And so the main or a couple of the very, I won't say main, but I'll say a couple of the most popular um, technologies for doing that are Tableau and Power BI. And while not always a mandatory, entry level familiarity with Python or R is a huge asset. If you want to be a data analyst these days, if you don't have Python or R, and right now I'm seeing Python more than anything else, you're not going to do this, okay? Uh, Base salary of $87,000 a year. So, based on this $87,000 a year, right, is about what? $44 an hour. Are people getting that for entry level? Probably. Probably. So, yeah, I think it's accurate. Okay. So, there we have it. There we have it. What did you think? What did you think? Those are the five highest paying jobs in tech. If you can come right out the gate and make 60 to $80,000 a year, um, you should do it. How do you do it? Watch my other video, the 4 steps to breaking into tech. Okay, that's what I have for you right now, and I'll see you next time.